It's easy to lose hope in this time with so much divisiveness. And one of the things I think we all need more than ever before is inspiration. This is a true story. It was early September in Lincoln, Nebraska. Two friends were conversing at dusk on a porch. One was all wrapped up in blankets and pillows, the other an old overcoat. Affection was easy to witness between them, the physical closeness, the tender exchange. The one in the coat gently stroking the other, who struggled but managed to talk just the same. He said, "Do you remember the day we met, Michael? I heard you were coming and I called many times. I didn't want someone like you to move in here. I wasn't used to your kind. But instead of returning my ignorant curses, you just kept on answering the phone. And you knocked on my door with a bucket of chicken the first time you came to my home." The two men were laughing now, they shaking their heads with a sense of the passage about to take place. "Larry, if someone had said we'd be friends, I'd have called them insane to their face. But you can't always tell what's inside of an apple. You can't always trust what you see." And Michael continued to wonder out loud after Larry had drifted to sleep. How a man can move mountains, a world can be turned, and the greatest of distances easily spanned when the strength that's invested in making a fist is transformed into shaking a hand. Michael brought Larry back into the house, and then Michael's wife Julie helped Larry to bed. A lifelong diabetic confined to a wheelchair, he couldn't do much for himself anymore. So they'd taken him in to unravel the pain, how his father made fun of him, planting the seed and the root of the anger that grew so completely once strangled his heart like a weed. But a man can move mountains, a world can be turned, and the greatest of distances easily spanned when the strength that's invested in making a fist is transformed into shaking a hand. Larry's last breath in his bedroom at Michael's came later that night with his friend at his side. Thank you was all he could whisper for changing a dragon to a butterfly. For Larry was once a white knight, a grand dragon, with robes and with torches, with scorn and with hate. And Michael, a rabbi who'd just moved to Lincoln with two open arms and with faith that a man can move mountains, a world can be turned, and the greatest of distances easily spanned when the strength that's invested in making a fist is transformed into shaking a hand. I love that story. The rabbi and his wife were Michael and Julie Weezer, and the former KKK Grand Dragon's name was Larry Trapp. And when Larry passed away in Michael and Julie's home, at the funeral, almost the entire Jewish community of Lincoln, Nebraska attended this former KKK Grand Dragon's funeral. It's an amazing story. It's an amazing song. It was written by David Roth. And I wanted to do you one more David Roth song. I was lucky enough to be in a class out of the Augusta Heritage Arts Workshops in Elkins, West Virginia, with David Roth many years ago. And he wrote this next song with Ann Hills in 1992. And I took the class shortly after that and got to hear him do this song. It's one of my favorites. Sunday morning, Birmingham, quiet in the church. Palms were planted, house of God, children's blood on the cross. And your daughter, she was one, angel without wings. How could anyone forgive those who do such things? And when I sing Amazing Grace, your face is what I see. I hope someday that kind of grace will find its way through me. Friday evening in Mobile, Klansmen killing time. Saw young Michael walking by, he would do just fine. Quiet student, mother's best, bleeding for his life. Strung him up to make a point, sharper than a knife. Beulah May, his mother, stood, people all around, in the courtroom listening as the truth was found. From her mouth no curses fell, no profanity. I would do to others what I'd have them do to me. And when I sing Amazing Grace, her face is what I see. I hope someday that kind of grace will find its way through me. Thursday afternoon in the car, turn the radio on. The verdict in Los Angeles, oh, what have we done? Images of violence, yellow, black, and white. 52 dead, millions lost. Who could end this fight? On the screen, a face of tears, trembling through and through. One we've seen so many times, beaten on the news. I could barely hear his words, full of fear and doubt. People, we can't live like this, got to work this out. And when I sing Amazing Grace, yeah, that face is what I see. I hope someday that kind of grace will find its way through me. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. 'Twas blind, but now I see.